Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Oh, we have an incredible group, Mr. Out of Switzerland. Stefan Bissig, TR Platt, speaks 6 languages, founder of Leader Growth LLC, helps life sciences companies write international success stories, serving biotech clients. Like, he has done so many things, Sean. With his wife, he founded Help for Hope. Welcome, Stefan, to The Real Raw.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you. Very elegant.
Yeah. Hey, Stefan, how are you?
Fantastic. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, well, thank you. Hey, Stefan, where in Switzerland are you?
I'm in Lausanne, close to Geneva, so right on the lake. We were just talking about that, quite close to Italy.
Cool. And you're what, 3 hours-ish by train from Zermatt, or no?
You know that very well. Exactly right. Yes. Yeah, you've been here, huh? I see.
I have. Beautiful country, and thank you so much, Stefan, for being here today.
Thank you for having honored it. Thank you.
Yeah. And what's your fun fact?
You know, fun fact, coming from Switzerland, it's the land of cows, cheese, and chocolate. Of course, yeah. Of course. And the funny thing is that it's been since years that I always travel overseas with a box of chocolate. And whenever I go to meet clients or workshops, I always have a box of chocolate. And for some reason, people call me Forrest. I don't know why. So, but I got light finally. It works.
I think we're having a live Unblinded event, next month or something. Does that mean you'll come and bring chocolate?
That's a deal.
Let's go, Stefan.
I don't even know what it takes to get into the event, but by my standards, chocolate gets you in.
Awesome. And Stefan, by the way, one of my most extraordinary days ever in my life was I was with my son in Zermatt, and we just did the beautiful trip up to the top of the Matterhorn, skied down in Trevinia, Italy, had lunch in Italy, went back to the top. It was a 13, I think 0.5 or 13.7 mile run down to the bottom of Italy. It was just up, down, back up, down, and over to our hotel. It was the entire day. It was absolutely extraordinary. So
I cannot tell you, Sean, how inspiring that is. It's up there. Congrats.
Thank you. Beautiful, brother. So thank you for being here, Stefan. Gina, we're rolling on Why Wednesday. So who we got to hang with Stefan?
Oh, All right, another from the Platinum Partnership, Mr. Philip No, father of a new daughter, active investor and trader, owner of his insurance agency, love coaching and helping others reach their financial liberty. And he's training for the Ironman, Sean. Welcome, Philip No.
Hey, Philip, how are you?
Feeling great.
And Philip, yeah, did I say your last name right? It just occurred to me. My apologies if I didn't.
It's when people say it in a certain way so commonly, and they're doing their best intention to say my name, then it is the right way. Yeah. So I get called when people say those sound, and it is the right way.
Philip, what is the most masterful way to say it?
Well, in the Vietnamese culture, it's like say it's called ngo. Ngo it's like saying no, but you're holding your tongue down. So you guys can all try it. It's like ngo or win.
No.
You're like, it's weird to taste that bottom part of my mouth. No, yeah, you guys got it.
Well, Philip, I truly appreciate you being here today. And where are you coming from in the world today?
I'm in California, Sean.
Nice. Awesome. And I know you've been super active doing a bunch of stuff. Congratulations on all the impact that you're having. And what is your fun fact?
Okay, here's a random one. If you search hard enough, you find a video of me jumping on a pogo stick while jump roping half naked on the internet while doing a male pageant show, which I did win. So,
wait, what kind of pageant?
It's a male pageant show.
Amazing. So congratulations.
It's half for fundraising and half for comedy.
So that is absolutely extraordinary. So I love having you here today. Congratulations on your jumping pogo stick while jumping on a pogo stick while skipping rope, half naked, and winning the pageant. So congratulations.
That's the kind of beauty I bring to the world, Sean.
That's it, brother. All right. So we got a couple of plaques today. This is fun. This hasn't happened in a bit. So Gina, who we got to roll with Philip and Stefan?
Oh man, we have Gregory Malik coming out of Sarasota, Florida, speaks 2 languages, Neo Medical Device Company. He's been published in World Journal of Neurological Surgery. Neo's revolutionary technology can help lower risk factors, enhance time efficiencies, and increase profitability. Welcome, Gregory Malik, to The Real Raw.
Well, that was very well done. We got a new salesperson. Gina, been hired just now.
Easy there, Gregory. Easy. Got to go from no to yes, brother. No.
We'll say shared. It's good. It's Avatar stuff. We're good.
Oh, amazing, Gregory. Hey, what's your fun fact, man?
Well, so I think the fun fact. I can't go after pogo stick. I mean, it's kind of suboptimal, but. So I was always an athlete in various aspects. We can talk about details later, but I ended up winning a rollerblade, but it's a little bit faster than that. So there was a first World Cup race for inline speed skating was held in the United States, actually in Orlando about 5 years ago. And I at about, I guess I was 48 years old, took a gold medal for the world.
Listen, I'm a heart and math guy. The math, the likelihood of being number one in the world at anything is utterly preposterous, right? So congratulations, man. That is a hell of an accomplishment.
It was a good day. And honestly, it's funny because there's 2 things that I was sharing with a friend it's worth a quick share, is just out of appreciation and humility. So when I was in high school, I was running at the 10 relays, but I had to win that post. And here it is on the high school track, right? And there were 2 people standing on the high school track. One was the high school girlfriend, God bless her, and the other was my mother. And my mother stood at the beginning of the last 100 meters.
Dude, that's awesome.
It was pouring rain. And my mother stood out there in the pouring rain. And I'll never forget the last 100 meters, you could hear the voice of mom yelling, "Go," as I approached that, grueling last 100 meters. In the World Cup race, now you advance the clock a few years. I'm actually 108, just the coconut oil. But when you advance the clock to that time, kind of a surreal experience. The last laps of the World Cup, my daughter was standing at the finish line and yelled "go," and I had a lap to go, and I almost got distracted enough to go, "Hey, you're in a race." But the outcome for both was positive, and it was a connection that I hadn't made until I was describing that to a friend just a few weeks ago.
Wow. Awesome, Gregory. Thank you for that beautiful share. And what was your event at the Penn Relays?
I ran the high school medley, so I was the quarter miler.
Awesome.
So it was half mile, quarter, half mile, 3/4 mile. Was it half, quarter, 3/4, and then mile? I think is the order.
Right.
Yeah.
What state were you from?
New Jersey at the time. So I'm born and raised in Michigan, high school in New Jersey, graduated Bernardsville High School, which is really strange. A gentleman named Mark Wetmore was my coach, who went on to do great things in coaching. Talk about leading by example. Mark, you go out and do 2200s. No problem. But until about 12. And then all of a sudden the lactic, and Mark would, if you didn't run it in the time, it didn't count. And he ran it with us. So talk about lead by example. He went on and did great things as a coach, you can imagine, just from that little story, but it was a very, very solid running school. And that took me off to Northwestern on a track and music scholarship. So it helped to kind of catapult that piece.
Can I ask this question, if you wouldn't mind, if it's too personal? Then
no, there's nothing too personal in this forum, especially. You missed the beginning of the call. You've got it recorded.
anytime Gina and Bella are there, like insanity ensues. So what year did you go to Northwestern?
I graduated in 90 with a bachelor's, and I had the opportunity to play. So I have a double master's in classical music. So I ended up having an opportunity to play in the symphony in Salzburg, and I ended up asking them to pause that offer if they'd be so blessed. And I condensed a 2-year graduate degree, master's degree in music at Northwestern, and graduated again in 91. So 90 was bachelor's, 91 was master's.
Wow. So you were there when one of the icons of our high school, I was a 3-sport athlete and I was a Division I college baseball player at Columbia. But one of my mentors when I was in 8th grade was a guy by the name of Sean Carpenter. He went on a full football scholarship to Northwestern, and he would have graduated, I think, in 88. So he would have been there while you were there.
Yeah, name is very familiar. Actually, that's interesting. But, at that time, just to have a quick moment of humor, Sean, at the expense of the others, is we didn't go to the game to see by how much we would win or lose. It was by how much we were going to lose, and we would place the bets and then throw some marshmallows and let the Michigan Staters go by.
Yeah. So final on that, Northwestern and Columbia, we have an amazing rivalry that may be unknown to most people during that era. For my alma mater, and Gregory's, we were the 2 worst football programs in the country. So my freshman year, they broke the longest losing streak in the history of college football. And in the party lounge of my fraternity, P.S. footnote, we did not pledge. We were baseball players. We just lived there. A couple of football players or baseball players as well, including the captain, Bart Barnett. So we hung the goalpost in our party lounge, breaking the longest losing streak in the history of college football. And I think, I'm not sure, you can check this on Google, I think we may have broken Northwestern's record, but I'm not sure.
That's we're chasing each other to the bottom of the barrel on that one. But, but the beauty is the goalpost is probably still sitting where you left it.
Yes, amazing. So Gregory, thank you for that. Welcome to the party, man.
My pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Gina.
Oh, okay. Well, this U.S. Marine, thank you for your service, Mr. Randy Ray, worked on FA-18 Hornet Electronic Systems, owner and broker of pawn shops, a licensed real estate agent here in New Jersey. Welcome, Randy Ray, to The Real Raw.
Welcome and thank you.
Hey, Randy, thank you for being here and thank you for your service and protecting our freedom.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what's your fun fact today? And by the way, what part of New Jersey are you from?
I'm South Jersey as far as you can go on the turnpike. So I'm all the way at the bottom.
So which Camden area or which?
Salem, Pennsville.
Yeah,
Jersey, right across from the Delaware Bridge.
Yeah, Paulsboro, not far away. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but that was the bane of our high school existence in wrestling. So South Jersey, strong in wrestling. Paulsboro. P.S. We've jumped the shark, so bear with us. But I can't once we start high school sports, Bella and Gina are laughing probably at this moment. Paulsboro High School, right, which is right near this amazing gentleman, was in Sports Illustrated as the national record holder in any sport in high school athletics for having won the most consecutive state championships. I'll say it one more time. Any sport, any state, most consecutive state championships, Paulsboro. And I think the number was 24 consecutive years they won the New Jersey State Group 1 championship in wrestling. It was utterly absurd. And my high school was phenomenal in North Jersey, and we used to lose to Paulsboro in the overall state all the time. We'd always win our section. So South Jersey brings up horrifically challenging memories, my friend. But welcome to the party. And what is your fun fact?
I think one of my fun facts is I've sold pretty much anything from a size 17 used sneaker to artifacts from the 1500s.
That is extraordinary. And we could see if you sold what Bella Verita sold, but we'll come to that later. So welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Awesome. Gina, we got more.
Oh man, we have too much fun here. Okay, we do. Sean, you ready for another Tony Robbins Platinum Partner?
This is
It's
raining plats. It's raining plats.
It's raining plats.
Yeah.
And you would see him dancing to It's Raining Plats. If that was a song up in the front row, Mr. J Flow. We have had some dancing.
Oh my God.
What up, brother? What up, man?
How are you?
Oh, amazing, amazing. Feel so blessed and grateful and an honor to be here co-creating this with you, man.
Yeah.
How are you, man? It's been a moment.
It's been a moment. Like it's been a pandemic. Are you going to Costa Rica in June or no?
I actually just moved down to Puerto Rico, but I'm not going to Costa Rica in June.
Oh, all right. Well, we got to reconnect, J Flow. It's been too long with the pandemic, but thank you for being ready for this. In the part of the more than 3,000 people who've been on the Real Raw since COVID began, not like watching it, like 3,000 participants. Wow. So J Flow, appreciate you a ton. And what is your fun fact coming from Puerto Rico?
My fun fact, one of the fun fact is growing up, I idolized and watched and fell in love with Kobe Bryant, right? And I was picked to shoot a half-court shot for $230,000 in front of Staples Center, sold out Staples Center. And the fun fact was, I launched it from half court, and the probability of those is very low, right? As you know,
it's like 1 in like 10,000.
Yeah,
even for Kobe.
Very, very low. Yeah. So I was kept thinking like, don't short it, whatever happens, because a lot of people don't even get to the rim. So I just launched that thing, and I get to the rim, and it bounces, and it barely goes in. And so
it goes in?
And no, it like bounced in and then out, like the side. That's how close it was. But then I was upset at myself because I had visualized taking the shot, and it was something that I had done for quite some time until I actually got picked. And then in front of sold out Staples Center, I then went on to the 3-point line where you get to shoot for all expense paid trip to Vegas or whatnot. And I stepped up and I was so upset that I missed it. I was like, for sure, I'm going to make this. And I go up and I swish it. A crowd goes wild. I go and I make eye contact with Kobe. And I do the Kobe chest pound, right? Like the one he does after hitting game winners, like grab me. I was just like, and then I went to the crowd. I stood in center court and I went, "Are you not entertained?" Gladiator style. So while I didn't make it, I got a trip out of it, and it was nice.
J Flow, loving that. And we've had so many beautiful experiences in states around the country and countries around the world. So it's an honor to have you here, brother, and looking forward to having some fun.
Same here, brother.
John, can I share a little bit about J Flow? I didn't even get to, to give a couple of the highlights of what he does.
Yes, of course.
Besides the dancing fun, which is how, which I always look forward to seeing you there, J Flow. But he's a YouTube creator, a business owner who started his business called Enlightened Millionaire. And now he's an official published author of Dancing Through Crises. His energy is incredible. So I just wanted to share that about you, J Flow. So glad you're here. And back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that.
Many days of lighting up the front of the stage and spending time up there together. So thanks, brother. Yeah, thank you. Gina.
Next up is the influence. Oh, no, wait. Oh, my goodness. Hold the phone. Next up from South Florida, this proud Miami Heat fan is the founding attorney of her firm, Porta Latin Law Firm. She works with business owners and entrepreneurs, assisting in successfully building, protecting, and expanding their businesses. Welcome, Jessica Porta Latin, to The Real Raw.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Jessica, thank you for being here. Sorry for the old home week dynamic, but welcome to the family. How are you?
No, I like it. It's so natural. It's really nice to see how much you guys know each other and enjoy being in each other's presence, even if it's through Zoom.
Thank you. And so what part of Florida are you from? Miami?
Miami, yes. I live in Broward now, but I grew up here.
Very, very cool. And how about your fun fact?
My fun fact, it's not as impressive as all these other ones, but I guess that I'm super, super clumsy. I'm known for walking around the office and bumping into walls and cabinets and just walking. I don't even realize that I hit the wall. And actually you can't see it through Zoom, but I actually have a scratch on my face, and that was just me. I was fanning myself down and I scratched myself. So I am a very clumsy person.
That's enough. Well, that is outstanding. And you're not alone here, since I am blind. I walk into walls all the time, but you have your sight. What is going on? Come on.
I have no excuse. I just walk into things.
Yeah.
Full
Well,
frontal.
thank you for being. And what kind of law do you practice?
I practice business law.
Awesome. Well, congratulations and welcome to the party. Gina, I'm going to introduce the influence sorceress. Bella Verita started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old tot, progressed to being a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing, and then on with maybe she saw J-Flow in Las Vegas after he won his 3-point trip and chest pounded to Kobe Bryant because she was the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, hailing from Las Vegas, and now is the chief influence sorceress, founder, chief cook and bottle washer, princess, heart-centered queen of Align Talent, sourcing, marketing, selling all sorts of talent to build, scale, grow your business. Bella Verita, how are you today?
Freaking phenomenal. We have tequila, dancing, flashing lights. This is my kind of party.
These are your people. These are your people. What is your fun fact for today, Bella?
I have my fun facts for today, since we're talking Vegas, dancing. I may or may not have danced on a few Vegas bars in a pink tutu. That's going to be my fun fact for today. Yes.
Well, thank you, Bella Verita. Outstanding. Gina, wonderful job today, as always. We love you. You may or may not have made out with a rock star at the Jersey Shore, but we'll leave that to a different day. We're going to have an incredibly fun summer, Gina, as we may have a cabana near that rock star in Unblinded cabana. We'll talk more about that. But Gina, mwah, love you from the multiverse.
Oh, I love you guys so much. Have fun exploring the impact of integrity-based human influence here, everyone. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Bella. See you all soon in the multiverse. Bye.
Thanks, Gina. Appreciate you.
Bye, Gina.
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Gina.
Bella Verita, holy introductions, holy old home week. Who's going first today?
I'm feeling Philip. Rockstar, dancing king. Let's go.
Let's go. He and J-Flow are going to bust it out later today in a dance-off. We'll talk about that later. So
I would like that to happen before the end of the show, quite frankly. I have not danced in a minute, so I definitely think some dancing should happen before we, kick this show
Just
off.
another Wednesday for Jay and I,
There we
Just
go.
another day, just another day.
another day. So Philip, who would you like Bella to be? She'll be anybody you want her to be, because of course everything in the world, as this incredible group of people of influence mastery knows, that everything starts after yes, whether it's our recruiting, our leading, our managing, our selling, our fundraising. It's about yes, but yes with integrity. So Philip, what's a yes you're seeking in the world, and therefore who would you want Bella Verita to role play today?
Okay. So hi, Bella. My wife's name is also Bella, actually. So
whoa,
tripping my mind out quite a bit because she's the only Bella I know. So you're the second one. So this would be for my insurance business. I would like you to be one of my clients that have recently put in a request to cancel her life insurance. And my team told me about it. My team say that you are getting another policy from another company. And in the industry, we all know that as professional that statistically, that is a very poor choice to make. However, there must be some compelling reason that compel you to do that.
Yeah, and Bill, let's go with, you have a $20 million universal life insurance policy from with Philip that you're moving to Rob Gill. Take us in, Bella.
Okay.
Hey, Bella, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, Philip. How about yourself?
Great. You know, we haven't talked for some time. However, my team updates me about you and your family a lot. How are you and your husband in your new home?
We are doing very well in our new home. Thank you for asking.
That's fantastic. And how is Jill, your daughter?
Jill is doing amazing. You know, she's grown up. She just had a graduation this week to, you know, move up in her grade. So it was great.
Oh my gosh, you and your husband must be so proud. So what was it like? What did you guys do to celebrate?
You know, well, at that age, there's not, you know, really, you know, much. You know, we picked her up from school. We went to lunch, and you know, may have had an ice cream or two after.
That is so awesome. Well, I know you're very busy, so I'll share with you. The reason for my call today is my team shared with me about your decision with the life policy that you have with us. And we got the paper on the way. So once you get it, you just sign and everything will be as you requested. And thank you for all the other businesses that you've been having with us as well. We greatly appreciate for that. And one of the reasons that you hire us is really for conversation like this, Bella, because you know, in our agency, it's not about the policy, it's about the relationship and the wellness for your family. And the request kind of bring up some red flags for myself and my team. Is it okay we schedule some time, maybe 15, 20 minutes, just to go over why you make that decision? And maybe I can share with you some insights. Again, I respect your decision, and whatever you decide is what you decide. I just want to help.
Yeah, I totally appreciate that. You know, I had a feeling this call would be coming. And, you know, definitely, I don't know if I want to schedule like a whole nother call yet. But I am willing to, you know, maybe spend a few minutes, you know, kind of see, you know, what it is you have to say. I had a feeling this would be coming, but, you know, to what you said, it's like, you know, feeling like a family. And I feel like Mr. Gill has, you know, brought me into his family, and, you know, we spent a lot of time together. And so now, you know, I feel like I should be giving him my business.
Yeah. Hey, Bella, Rob's on the phone. He's saying he's going to go like Hudson County or something. Can you talk to Rob?
This could be dangerous, Philip. This could be he's going to go Hudson County on us. This could be very dangerous.
Philip, Belle will be right back. She's got to take a quick phone call. Okay.
Okay.
All right. She'll be right back for round two. Awesome. Stefan, who would you like Bella to be?
So here's a story. I got the call yesterday to be part of this. It's an incredible platform where a number of plats who are, you know, have this idea of helping the heroes who are out there stopping human trafficking, especially of children. So we've been, you know, with Tim Ballard on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and we have other projects around the world. So for the first time, we want to start and connect this project on a global scale. But for this, we need the whole Plaid family community to start and be active. So I'd love you, Bella, if you would be up to sort of play this very successful, you know, business woman that you are. But it sort of, you know, has been successful, has seen it all, and is starting to, you know, think legacy.
All right, let's do it. Bella, take us in. It's legacy time. And Bella, you may or may not have been on the same island as Tim Ballard, like, you know, in a short time period around when I was there. So let's go.
Okay. Hi, Stephen. This is Bella.
Bella, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Super. I know how busy you are, so I want to make this worthwhile your time. Thank you for having taken the time. Sean has said it. You smashed it in life. You've been so successful. I wonder if it might make sense for us to spend just the minutes that we remain on what is on your mind going forward. What is on the mind of somebody who has seen it all, done it all, doesn't need to prove herself anymore. If you really want to give yourself the luxury of doing a moonshot, what's your real big game? If you can answer, if you can explore that question, I'll be happy.
The big game at this point, Stefan, is, impact. Is, done the business thing. I'm in my 40s now, and it's really about legacy and impact and the difference that we can make in the world.
And what would be an impact that would really fulfill you?
Well, we are, definitely passionate. I've always been passionate about children. I was a CASA in San Diego for a year, helping children in foster care, get into better situations. Always wanted to adopt children. So children are definitely a passion of mine, and wanting to make a difference in, I don't have any children of my own. So being able to, I have a lot of love to give, I feel like, Stefan. And so I'd love to, give that love to, some children, making some impact in that way.
I hear you talking about children, passion for children, but especially also about impact, which has this notion of actually moving the needle, of really making something that gets the results. And if that is what's on your mind, Bella, I'd love to maybe explore an idea that where you could have an impact, but not only an impact, to have an extraordinary impact, something that's never been done there, something that's new in history, and where we have like a unique opportunity, not only to help children, not only to rescue children, not only to heal children who have trauma that we would not want to imagine, but actually to start eradicating human trafficking one country at a time. Wow. We have a first country that is ready to do it. The plan is there, the people are there, the contacts are there, and it's costing 10 millions. I would love to share more if that's of interest to you.
Yeah, that is definitely of interest. I've got to take a quick call.
Excuse me, Bella, I'm sorry. Sean Callaghy is calling. He's wondering if you could just pack a quick bag in the next 10 minutes and head off to Necker Island again to have some chats with some fine folks.
This seems like this is a normal conversation. Yes, I'm in.
Thank you.
All right, Stefan, that was awesome, man. We'll be back in round 2 in a minute. Let's go with J-Flow. What do you have for Philip? 30 seconds of feedback, please. 15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds what could be optimized. Score on a scale of 1 to 10. We're assessing in this round like heart-centered connection, the opening of listening, the end of the filters, emotional rapport building. J-Flow, what do you got for Philip?
I've loved the way that Philip connects with with Bella, and also how he is letting her accept her decision while still looking for opportunity to influence, right? So I felt like that was very open-hearted. One feedback that I would have in terms of perhaps getting into it a little bit earlier. I know establishing the rapport, but maybe that was like 1/3, and I would maybe get into it even earlier so you have more opportunity because it's such a limited time. But great job overall. I really appreciate it.
And your score for him is?
I would say 8.8.
Nice. Thank you, J-Flow. Jessica, please, what do you have for Philip? Hello.
So I love that you asked about her relatives and her kids by name. It shows that you're not just asking generic questions that you ask, or that you actually remember her. So that really helps with the rapport. I would say especially since this is urgent and she's leaving with someone else, I would say use that as urgency and ask the questions that you want to ask on that call, because you might not get another chance for that follow-up call. And also when you do have that moment, just remind her of why she purchased this with you in the first place. And that kind of takes that person back to, okay, I made a good decision back then. So.
And your score for him is?
I would say an 8.
Nice. Well, thank you, Jessica. And let's switch over to Stefan. Randy, what do you have?
I think his tone was great. He he definitely connected with her, and I think boosted her by giving her, oh, you're very successful, in what you were doing. And I think he really connected, with what she was actually trying to do, in her life. So I think he did really good. He asked her questions and got this feedback, and I think he killed it. So he did really good. I think the score I would give him is 8.5.
Yeah, awesome. A lot of aspirational energy, big vision, like certainty present. Yeah, awesome. And Gregory, please, what do you have?
What Randy said, Stefan, I was impressed. Oops, you guys hear me? Yeah, I was really impressed, honestly. You were, for me, not pressing, but really just engaging and kind of leading and coaching. You didn't lead. You actually almost, rather than pushing from the back, you just from the front and got her to where you wanted her to be. And honestly, I learned from that. I've been doing sales for 21 years. I feel like I'm in like third grade all of a sudden. That was really, really impressive. If I don't even know if I can score that. I probably would have given you higher than an 8.5, maybe even a 9.
Nice. Excellent job. So we're going to thank you, judges, very much. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Randy. Jessica, J-Flow. Awesome job. Round 2 coming up, Bella Rita. And let's go switching the order. And we're back to end sex trafficking, like literally to end it, country at a time. Stefan, please take us in.
Fantastic. Welcome back, Bella.
Yes.
So I just let me take us back where we left it off. So we left it off with an opportunity to actually, have a legacy that talks real impact with children, but maybe not only impact, actually extraordinary impact, something that's never been there in history. And we're again with the Platt family that I salute here, the group, the core group that with us. We cannot do it alone. So we need people who have this, higher aspiration, and there's an opportunity here to be part of this very first wave, to put the very first country in terms of eradication on the map. And it might not be the right thing for you, but I just wonder what could make this worth for you, either by going down the eradication path with this one country, and we're talking Vietnam, or actually to have other ways that we could raise the voice against sex trafficking and the awareness against sex trafficking, to put that monster out in the open, if there is a different way that you wanted to play. But I need your guidance here, Bella. What would speak most to you? What would put you most on fire?
I'm not sure. See, I'm not sure I understand your ask.
So the ask is, pass number 1, we can have an eradication in Vietnam, $10 million over 10 years, 1 million per year in 3 phases. The plan is all there. The people are there. The team is there. The contacts are there. That's path number 1. It might be something that you might be very...
What is the ask of me in that, though? Are you thinking...
And so very specifically, the ask is that either you can help us co-finance that,
okay,
and activate a core group of people who would have that aspiration of being the first people to actually put that on the map and really start the momentum going. So
option 1 is to be a part of financing for $10 million to save this one country. Is that what it is?
Absolutely correct.
Okay,
yes.
got it. All right.
Yes. And a second, if that is not something that if you feel your heart going somewhere else, which can very well be, then we have a raising awareness campaign where we have some very specific projects that are starting the summer of this year. And I won't be the best person to talk to you about this, but the people who are in the core group will be delighted to talk to you about the more details. And we're talking Guinness Book of Records initiatives, viral campaigns, stuff that has never been there.
Where does your heart be part of a viral campaign?
For example, launching a viral campaign to raise awareness, yes.
Got it. I would much rather get money.
Super. Then set up a meeting.
Awesome.
Super. I got back to you.
Stefan, awesome job, man. Feeling your heart, feeling your certainty. Truly awesome job. How did that feel for you, Stefan?
I felt that the second part, Bella got me exactly in my weak spot, which is, getting to the ask. So you got me, bang! So, and to me, a huge learning. So thank you for the lesson, Bella. So it was totally worth it in me. So first one, I felt it went well. The second one, I felt I was, I gotta get more punchy.
All right, that's the moment we talk about. It's the twig snap moment, like the deer, right? We live in our primal brain, fear of failure, fear of rejection. The twig snap moment. How do we create zone of safety integrally for people when they get scared? Because people are afraid we're going to lose our resources, our money, our time, and our energy. And primally, losing money, time, and energy or resources meant dying. So primally, we're wired for like death. So it's an incredibly complex moment, but science to do it. So Stefan, awesome job. Let's go, Philip. Bella's back. There's like Hudson County-ness flying, all kinds of things happening. She's ready. Bella, take us in.
Awesome. Well, Bella, thank you. So let's just for the next 2 minutes, I just want to share with you 3 things, and then you can decide if it makes more sense.
Okay.
I remember that you don't make decision on a whim. You must have done a lot of research, background, due diligence before you make decision like this. And I'm asking you to reevaluate that even more, and it makes no sense. I get that. So number one is I want you to know that there is no gains or benefit for my family in your decision right now. As you know, in the insurance industry, all commissions are paid in the first year, if not almost all. So whether you cancel or not have no impact on my family. As a matter of fact, the appointment that we're about to make, that means more free time for my daughter. And which was the reason that you set up the policy in the first place, if I remember, for your daughter and additional savings that you wanted to have. Number 2 is I want to congratulate you. Perhaps now that you care even more about your finances, I know in the past you were really busy, you didn't want to think about it, and now that you did, and you did research, you took action, doesn't matter what the action is, I think that's great momentum. I just want to help continue to tailor it into the direction that you want. And I'm not sure it was, I just want to make sure that it is the direction that you want.
Gotcha.
And number 3 is, the statistics is this. I got a chance to look up the other company that you were going toward, and they only do universal life. And the statistic is that 90%, 92.75 to be exact, of universal life policy end because of the cash value expired. And that means it's not because the customer want to end it, it's because of the design of the policy. And I am not sure if that's the policy that you chose. If it did, a lot of people did too. And it's because the information that was given to them was oversimplified. So I'm not sure if that's one of you. So I just wanted to maybe explore it a little bit more with you.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that at all. So that is definitely helpful information. I appreciate that. And you're spot on with, not really having the time before and, kind of making a little bit more time now.
Yeah, and that's what's great. And I encourage all clients to double check. I never want to be the guru. I inspire. I'm so happy to hear that you're exploring other options. I want that. I just want it to be the direction that you want. So what's the best time for you? I remember Wednesday usually work for you because that's after you drop off Jessica. Is that okay? And we can do a Zoom call as well.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Philip, excellent job, my friend. Seriously, Stefan, Philip, we've done, hundreds of these, RAWs, Bella and I. And I would say that this is the highest level of mastery combined by the 2 participants I've seen. And you can watch every single show to see if I've ever said that before. And I'm pretty confident I have not. So really awesome job. Philip, super impressed. Stefan, super impressed. And most days I'm horrified, with love for most of the people. I don't say that, but there's an enormous mastery gap. And this is a science that this has been my life for 24 years in courtrooms, on big stages all over the world. And you guys did truly an outstanding job. And I want to make that acknowledgement. And again, I don't typically say that. Bella, do I typically say that? Now, awesome job. So Philip, you want to have some more fun?
Say what, Sean?
Would you like to have some more fun?
I love some more fun.
Yeah, Stefan, how about yourself? More fun?
Totally in.
All right, let's go. So I have under the table a number on a number between 1 and 10, and let's all pick different numbers. But Stefan, what number do you think that is?
4. Can I see?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, 4.
Ding! Stefan has it already. Awesome job. That has also never happened before. So it's a very fun day. So Stefan, here's the deal. You get to put me on the hot seat now, on the spot. So I have to go from hello to yes about anything that you choose if you want to choose. So I got to go from hello to yes with somebody about anything in the world. I can be a specific person. I've been presidents and lemonade salespeople, whatever it is. The only request is that it's integrous. So we're not selling swamp land in the middle of Los Angeles, something integrous. And you can make up any scenario you want, or you could pass that along to somebody to set the scenario. So would you like to put me on the hot seat where I now have to go from hello to yes, just like you did and Philip did?
Thank you for the offer. Let me propose the following. I can choose the role for you, Sean, and
yes,
then since with Philip together we share like every single event of Tony Robbins. If you wouldn't mind choose the cause, yeah, then that'd be fantastic. So we do sort of a team. Would that be okay, Philip? Okay. Yeah, yes. Super, excellent. So Sean, I'd love you to be, say, a sort of Tony Robbins stature, big heart, magnanimous, ready to really move the needle on something and to give big time.
Okay.
But you want to be convinced by the cause. You want to be convinced. Huh? And Philip, what is a cause that you would think? Good.
To help a victim of human trafficking that's already been free, but now assimilating back to the world.
Got it. Okay. So just in the situation, I'm the one though getting the yes. So is it okay if I am the proponent of the cause, and then I would be talking to one of you about making the donation? Does that sound fair? So I have to, getting the yes. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm Steven's assistant. I'm his quant.
Impossible.
Yeah.
No. Right. We're in this together. Yeah.
So then let's go with this, Stefan. Who would you like to be the successful business person other than Bella that I would be seeking to raise the funds from?
Let me go with Greg.
Amazing. Okay. And how much would we be seeking to create in this situation?
10 million.
Oof. That is not a small number. Okay. So Gregory, are you up for this moment?
Middle of yes. I have no idea where we're going, but yes.
Okay. All right. So no worries. Okay. So hey, Gregory, I really appreciate having connected on The Real Raw, and you are obviously extraordinary. From your pin relays success to being a world champion. You're articulate, you're energized, you just have a presence about you that says like, I love this world, I love life, and it's inspirational. And thank you again for your time.
Thank you for the acknowledgement.
Yeah. So can I ask, like, what drives you? What's the mission? What's the vision? What's the purpose?
For me, I think what drives the primary is to really achieve your true potential, and to acknowledge what that means, the steps that need to be taken to get there in anything.
Cool. And what, if I may ask this, what do you think your true potential is?
Well, that's a very great to the center question, Sean. Part of the reason I'm here is I've achieved in a couple of different silos, and I'm not sure what to do with that. So if it's on the classical stage or the track or academics or the arts, or I've hit some bells, and I still have a tremendous bite of humility. So there's nothing in the way there on the ego side.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what to do with all of that.
Yeah, I can hear that. Like it comes across clearly. Like, Tony Robbins talks about the 6 human needs and significance, which of course there's nothing wrong with feeling confidence and pride in things. But when confidence and pride turns into significance rising, from that sixth human need to 1, 2, 3, it becomes challenging. Your humility, despite your accomplishments, is evident. I feel your desire to be like an example of possibility to people and inspiration, and just a deep presence for people. So again, really seeing you, and thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. And in the space, Gregory, of there's a lot of different areas of our life, right? There's our health, our vitality, our impact, our money. There's also our contribution. So what's some of what makes your heart tick in the space of contribution in this world?
Yeah, probably the essence is really organically to give back. I mean, it showed up even yesterday with an 8-year-old girl I've never met, and the family stopped me and asked if I could share a few moments, and the few moments turned into 20 to help her learn how to skate. It can be something very finite like that, and it can be something at the macro level to inspire a group of people, or a surgeon to see a better way to treat a patient. I mean, it's really on every scale. I find myself with some constant themes on that ask. So it really is to give back. I mean, at some point when we're young, we are the me is the driving force. Can I achieve? Did I get that court case won? Did I win the race? Did I ring the bell? Am I recognized amongst my peers? Apparently the bell ring was perfectly timed. Can you guys hear that in the Zoom call?
Yeah.
Actually, it's really loud.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It takes me back to Europe, so it's kind of funny, but it's annoying on Zooms. I apologize. So I think at a certain point, for a lot of us on this call, I know we achieve a certain level and then it shifts to others. And the greatest achievement I have is when I see somebody else achieve with some of the coaching and guidance I've had. That showed up in a leadership role in a medical device company where the guys winning the President's Club and all the great awards, and a few of the executives in the back, of which I was blessed to be a part of, said, that's really your doing. And in that moment, clapping louder than almost everybody else, I turned to them and didn't correct them, but I gave them a piece of information on that, which is, no, it isn't. And in those moments, you sort of realize, yeah, I had a contribution and perhaps an influence, but I didn't want to take away from the acknowledgement. And that's just an example of how it shows up for me.
Yeah. Well, appreciate that. And I know we're down to almost time here. Is it okay if I share a bit about some potential intersections with your heart, your vision, your mission, with some things that
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've been involved for a moment plus with Operation Underground Railroad, and causing fundraising to be done, donating myself. And there's a lot to be done in the world, obviously, with stopping sex trafficking. And the conversation is like just a complete stop moment when you think about what's at stake for people. I mean, how do we begin to process like the concept? So, but what I think a lot of us are maybe not quite as present to is what happens thereafter. Like there's the happy moment of rescue, freeing, transition. And as a person who's gone through what one might argue is the most horrific trauma any child could possibly experience. And now what? And so in the space and desire for acceleration, for not saving anybody, we don't want to create any mentality of victimization, but clearly these children and even some teens and adults have experienced ungodly trauma, and there's a journey, and there's a need for support, because there's conditioning, there's wounds, there's cries for help that are deeply embedded in anybody who has suffered any kind of trauma, let alone the ultimate trauma. So the work we're doing is we're organizing incredible people like yourself to come together to not just raise money, but to create a mechanism of value exchange amongst people. Value exchange amongst people. So the money is raised in symbiotic and synergistic ways of value mutuality. Because I think when we sit in the space of asking for money, and it's just like, this is a great cause. We live in this very complex world of people hearing those types of presentations all the time. So we have some very unique concepts about how incredibly successful people, both in money, in skill set, in heart, people like yourself can come together. And we're looking to co-create $10 million of value in actual money raised, but amongst each other to create tens of millions of dollars that can be mutually shared in relationship capital, in energy, and inspiration. So we're looking for leaders like yourself to at least take another step and listen. Does that sound like a group of people that you'd like to connect with and learn more about?
Absolutely.
All right.
Amen.
Gregory. So how does that resonate with you, honestly?
Well, legitimately that resonates well, but you tied in a little bit of status. So you asking for a little feedback on the thought, or we still in it? Yeah. So I mean, honestly,
How do you feel?
It sounds fabulous because you're opening up into a macro, into a bigger picture, not just a single transactional event. You're giving me a position where I can identify as Bella was like, I didn't know the ask with when Stefan was asking. You asked first very clear, but you framed it in a way that gave me a sense that I was contributing something not only greater than self, but greater than the stuff that would be achieved. So 10 million went to tens of millions, and you're using the environment of human connection to do it. So I caught all that in your ask, in your commentary, which was,
Well, thank you for that. Awesome.
With a positive foundation.
Thank you. Bella, how was that for you?
It was fantastic. I love that everybody got to see, because I don't know that everybody knows here, all the speaking that you've been doing recently, that people have asked you to raise money. And you've literally, the last event, I think we raised like $750,000 for the American Foundation for the Blind and Chris Crohn's, or was it Key West that was 700? One of them was 700 and one of them was like 400. I know it totaled 1.1 and and so it was just, I think it was amazing that these fine folks got to see, what it is that you do from stage and why so many people want to have you come speak and help them raise money.
No. Well, thank you for that. Stefan, how did that work out for you? How'd you feel about that conversation?
Okay, I want to thank you for this gift, Sean. You got an incredible, masterful gift, and this has been an enormous enrichment for me. We need you on the team, Sean. So thank you.
I'm
masterful.
there, and this is all part of the conversation. So thank you for everything you do, and I love everybody's energy here today. It's been amazing. So let's give a little bit of quick feedback. I know we've gone slightly long. Thank you for your investment of time and energy. Quick feedback, maybe 15, 20 seconds each for Stefan and for Philip in that second round, and we're going to reverse the judging. So let's go J-Flow. What would you have for Stefan in that second round?
Yeah, Stefan. So first off, just like you hit it right on the head with how you started, really got into asking the questions in the first one. And the second one is just clarifying the ask, right? So simplicity sells. So the more able that they are able to understand the simple ask, not being hesitant to make that ask, because remember, it's not about us, it's about the cause. It's about with the contribution. So really proud of you and how you just, you have the sense of calm when you are sharing. That's really masterful.
And your score for him is?
My score for him, if I could do, I would say a 9 for the first one and an 8. So I would say 8.5.
8.
All right, J-Flo, awesome. Thank you so much for being here today, brother.
Yeah, and that was so incredible, Sean. You're just, I'm so blessed to know you and your gift of being able to articulate and share and move people with the power of words. So I wanted to give you that as well, because I was just always in awe of you, brother.
And me, you. And so thank you so much for being here today, really, truly, and looking forward to doing more and connecting more deeply. So thanks, J-Flo.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Jessica, what do you have, please, for Stefan?
So, Stefan, I think you did amazing. Your questions were very powerful. They were very direct, and they had a purpose. And it was incredible how you used them to almost have Bella sell herself on your idea. Like the words were coming out of her for what you wanted to sell her. So I thought that was amazingly done. I also think that the way you gave her different options into how to participate was great, because, okay, maybe you can't give money, but hey, we have A, B, and C on how you could also help, this cause. There's different
ways. And your score for him is?
Oh, and one more thing. The thing that you said that Bella hit you on your weak spot, I think you responded very confidently and amazingly. So I don't know what you were talking about. I think your score for me is a 9.5.
Awesome. Well, Jessica, great job. Love the feedback, your evaluation, your directness, your certainty, your heart. And how was your day today with us on The Real Raw?
This was really fun. I've never done anything like this. So this has been very fun. I really feel like I've known you guys more than just today. So that says a lot about your personalities, and it's been a pleasure, honestly. Thank you for having me.
And Jessica, do you know why you've never done anything like this before?
Because there's nothing like it.
There you go. Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. A lot of fun. Appreciate you. So Randy, what do you have, please, for Philip from that second round?
Philip, I think that, you did really well with when you were asking her and telling her in the beginning that, the fees were already paid up. You were basically already paid. So you wanted to touch base with her and just kind of see why she's moving her, account or whatnot, policy. So I think that was great. So.
Awesome. Appreciate that. And what was your score?
8.5.
Nice. Well, Randy, appreciate you and your energy today as well. And how was your time with us today?
It's awesome. I learned more and more about each and every one of you and even yourself. And, I was involved in the Lions Club. So our motto is we serve and to eradicate blindness in the world. So that's awesome.
Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I have a lot of folks in my family that are blind. My grandfather was, his brother, many others. So thank you for the work that you do as well, Randy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go. Gregory, quick feedback, please, for Philip from that second round.
Philip, I thought a couple of things you shifted. I don't know if it was conscious, but maybe it's a little bit sensitive. The tone and the meter, the word choice, the topics can change depending on who's speaking, right? But your tone and meter shifted from 1 to 2 pretty significantly. It'd be interesting to go back and hear that on the recording, honestly. And you connected more direct and authentically. It was really impressive the second run. I'd do an 8.5 for sure.
Nice. Awesome, Gregory. Again, thank you for your world championness being with us today. And how was your time on the Real Raw?
I got to tell you, I applied some of this incredibly quickly. I did a sales call yesterday, literally said, I'm not here selling you a screw. I walked into a neurosurgeon I'd never met. And I said, I'm going to affect your money, your time, and some magic. I literally quoted it from Monday's call. And I got a buy off that, which was something that I just, we have a very scripted approach in how we, you're dealing with a neurosurgical level. The mind it's very specific, right? And we can talk offline about that stuff. But it was very, very clear when you just went through that with me, Sean, honestly, kind of drafting off from what I just shared, you have the most like Carnegie Hall polished delivery where there isn't a push or a shove or a sense of being contorted or pressed. You're just having a conversation with a human on the other side.
Yeah.
You have a goal and tools to get there, but it's a conversational sound, quality, tone, meter, tempo, all that kind of stuff plays into it. It's just authentic as it gets. It's effective.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. And, in the space of influence, we cannot influence people integrally unless we love people unconditionally with boundaries. So we can get angry, get upset, get frustrated, we can have boundaries, keep people out of our life, but fundamentally loving people is essential because then we treat all people the same, whether we can get something from them, whether it's Tony Robbins or the person cleaning the bathroom at his event. And so we integrally love people, we can connect the same way. And by the way, and I say this with humility, but factually, I know the story of many bathroom attendants at his events, from people that were born in Cuba, immigrated to this country, had businesses there, lost everything, and just listen to their story as people are passing by them, getting in and out of the bathroom to get back to the event. No judgment, of course. People are, paying a lot of money to be there. But Oprah Winfrey said that she held a microphone for 30,000 people and therefore became a multi-billionaire because she shared in every encounter, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And when it's authentically aligned to add value to people and to deeply listen, we can have self-interest. We can have a desire to receive value, provided we're giving integrity more. So Gregory, thank you for the value you gave to us today.
Pleasure was mine to participate. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you. Let's go. Philip, thank you. Awesome job, dude. Super impressed. Love you citing statistics, knowing when drop-offs were happening, like masterful. Nothing that you did was lost on us here today, brother. You are a genius and a master straight up. Great job. How was your experience today?
Oh, it's the reason I wanted to go on is because I don't see the downside in being in a group of amazing people. So I didn't care what the topic was. I know it's going to be an amazing time, and thankfully I'm right when that and it's because no surprise there. The learning's been very valuable. I especially with your share and Stefan. It shows the power of just being in our heart and connecting with the heart of people on the other side, and getting past all that fear within ourselves, and that's how we can get through the fear of the other person as well. And that's a takeaway for today. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Great job. And Stefan, how was it for you, brother? Wonderful job.
It was nothing short of spectacular. Very enriching, very inspiring. I want to particularly thank you also from the setup process. Gina did a tremendous job in setting this all up. And I want to thank also the people who have introduced me to this, the core group of this fight that is so important. The judges, the quality of feedback that you give is just amazing. I was going red hand, and Bella, what can I say? You should be on Broadway, on Hollywood. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I mean, Sean, you're spoiled by these people. So, but what you set up here, is just mind-boggling. Congratulations.
Yes.
Do more. Go on.
Thank you. The feedback from the judges, and Bella, I'm biased because you have the same name as my wife.
Truly, this show exponentially grew in its impact, its value, everything that's happening when Bella became a part of it. And in the first 6 months, 4 months of we're doing it, great things were happening with amazing guests, but there was like a missing dynamic. And Bella was that missing dynamic, and she's been nothing short of extraordinary. So, Stefan, I agree. I am blessed. The entire team is remarkable, and Bella is just a rock star. So, Bella, from that place, your final, please.
We've had so much fun here today. This is probably one of the most funnest groups that we've had. I like these Platt people. They're pretty fun, and and from my heart, why we have all this fun is there is a formula. And, I think, Greg, you came on Monday night, so you got to see a little bit of unpack, but we definitely want to invite everybody back so you can, experience what Greg experienced, how Sean raises money from stage, how he goes from hello to yes. There's a formula. And then you'll also be invited to have a conversation with one of our strategists. You definitely want to take that call because you want to know how the formula can impact your business. So definitely take that call. Back to you, Sean.
No, appreciate enormously. Love you guys. This was a gift that everybody was here today. Stefan, Philip, Gregory, Randy, Jessica, J Flow, extraordinary. And of course, Gina, thank you for all you do. Bella Verita, you're a rock star. And at the end of the day, the reason we all want to keep learning and growing, Bella, is because we're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.